Well, hello, friends, and welcome into the TexAgs Rewind presented by Specs. From barbecue to brisket, bold reds make every bite better. Score your perfect bottle during the Big Bordeaux sale this month at Specs. Cheers to savings. We're in the Rollo Insurance Studio, and my voice did the broadcaster thing. The savings. Nick Savage, favorite part of the show?
Toney Hurd Jr.
Toney Hurd Jr. was very good. Nygren, favorite part of the show?
Amanda Christovich.
She was really good.
She was good.
Yeah. What is actually on the rewind, though, Nick?
Well, OB.
Okay, he's good.
Christovich, Amanda Christovich.
Christovich, good.
Toney Hurd Jr.
Good.
Billy Liucci.
Billy Liucci. He was okay. That and more, please do me a favor and continue watching the rewind. You ready to hear a bold prediction about Texas A&M?
Yeah, let's hear it.
All right. It's not mine.
Oh, okay.
And in fact, I'm not predicting this, but I like it.
All right.
Saturday down south. I think his name is Derek Peterson. One bold prediction for every SEC team in 2025. His prediction for Texas A&M is they start the season 7-0.
Okay.
He goes into why the schedule is what it is, but a hot start in College Station, question mark. A&M has tune-ups against UTSA, Utah State before heading to South Bend. Then A&M plays 3 straight home games against Auburn, Mississippi State, and Florida. The Aggies play Arkansas on October the 18th. After that game, Elko squad will be sitting at 7-0.
Well, hope he's right. And I hope then after they play LSU, they'll be 8-0. So on and so on.
I'm going to try.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo. I'm going to try to be a football coach when I evaluate this team. Okay? Like, I'm going to be week to week.
Yes.
Okay? So, yeah, some people got them 10-2. I've flirted with the idea of 8-4 that I hate. You know what? At least for today, and I hope during the season, because if you were to evaluate A&M last year on the Notre Dame game, right, at that point, you could have seen a scenario where they go 7-5 in year one for Mike Elko, right?
I guess, yeah.
Could have. If you would have based it on what they did against LSU, we're booking our trips to Atlanta.
Well, I was ready to do that.
I was mentally like, if we get past this game, there ain't no way we're not going to.
All you had to do beat South Carolina and Auburn. We could do that.
On the road at night in the SEC? Of course we can do. Oh, wait.
November. Put the no in November.
Well, let's put I can't think of anything clever. The yay.
The remember.
And hooray. I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
Whatever. I got fired on that one. But that all being said, can you see a scenario where they start off 7-0?
Oh, yeah. I don't think it's out of the question. It's unlikely just because those are some good football teams.
Of the first 7 games, give me 2 games, and I think I know the answer to the first one, that are like, I don't know, bro.
Notre Dame and
Florida, right?
Florida or Auburn.
So I wanted to talk with you about, I don't think it got lost in the news, but there's a lot of stuff happening, and I feel like the future of college sports and NIL and the House settlement, I feel like it's one of these stories that, like, okay, we've heard it, whatever, right? But I feel like the Trump news that was kind of alluded to for over a month now that it came out. So help me understand in plain terms what President Trump is trying to do with the executive order.
Yeah. I think the most important thing to understand is that with a lot of these executive orders, Trump isn't really like making concrete change because he doesn't really have the power to do so through executive order. What he is doing is endorsing the NCAA's agenda with what they want to do in Congress, with the types of changes that they hope to see. They want protections from Congress so that, they won't get sued all the time. They want to like set transfer rules and eligibility rules and compensation limits, right? But they can't do that right now. So they're asking Congress for legal protection. They're also asking Congress for athletes to be amateurs, not employees, and then, among some other things. But to me, those are the 2 most important things. Trump doesn't have the power to do those things through executive order. But what he did in the executive order was sort of lay out what he really lay out that he believes that those issues, like he's on the NCAA's side there. He wrote that he wanted to prohibit pay for play third-party deals. That made a lot of headlines. Like he doesn't really have the authority to do that. So nothing's really going to change there from a concrete perspective. But at this point, for better or worse, Trump has endorsed the NCAA's playbook. So now it has become, a partisan issue, and we'll see how that plays out in Congress.
The issues with the secondary last year, and he recognized them, and they've worked on it. So I thought maybe it would be a good time for us to just kind of connect and get your thoughts on what you saw from that secondary. And I'll just start things off. What do you think the biggest issue defensively was last year, at least from a pass attack or stopping the pass attack?
I think two of the main issues last year. The first would be our lack of a pass rush. We were ranked 13th last year, and getting sacks. I think that's a main component. And then in the secondary, I think it was just a lack of communication. If you take a look at the film pre-snap, you rarely see guys doing signals, expressing what they're doing. What's the play call? What's the down and distance? So pre-snap analysis is very important when it comes to the secondary. And when you flip the games on, you rarely see a lot of communication in the secondary. So I think that affects zone play, understanding the concepts, understanding what's to come, understanding what to expect in the secondary. So those were two main factors I believe that led to lackluster defense somewhat last year.
Toney, let me follow up with the pass rush. While I 100% agree with you, how much of it was just not finishing the play? That was one of the things that Coach Elko talked about, was they had chances to get sacks. They just didn't finish. And, obviously we all think about the Lenore Sellers performance, but there were other ones out there where they just, a quarterback slipped away.
Yes. When you think about the defense last year, you think about Stewart and Nick Scarton, and you're thinking man, these guys are pass rush gurus, right? And we still had moments where we just didn't finish the rush. We didn't just finish all the way to the end of the play. With the athletes that we have, I think it would be easy for us to turn that switch on and, give us a full 8 to 10 seconds per play.
Amari's been a good player for A&M since he's been here. He's been, he's risen to the occasion when called upon. I don't think people realize, there's a reason he didn't play in that USC game. It's because he was injured and it was time to get that shoulder fixed, to get on with it, so he'd be ready for this season. Translation, he played hurt against Texas. And I guess we live in this world sometimes where everyone wants to attack people and criticize when A&M doesn't do well. Because I remember people trying to attack Elko and company for Amari playing, and even Amari for him playing against Texas. And I would say to that, you can kiss my ass if you said that. Okay, that's me saying that to you. And if you said anything to me, my response would be kiss my ass. That dude, it's football. And I'm still pissed about the reaction from some people back then, because now I'm thinking about Amari Daniels, and it's getting me delayed secondary angry about the reaction to that. Just because A&M lost the game and because he got tackled on a 4th down stop. And I can go back and find it where people, what the hell is he doing in the game? Because you had no Le'Veon Moss, you had no Reuben Owens, and you had a guy that said, Coach, I'll play.
Yeah.
Got a shoulder injury that's going to require surgery, I'll play. It's football, man. And that's what Warriors do, and they don't want to sit out and miss a game against a rival. And he's not a freaking quarterback. He's not an offensive lineman absorbing blocks. He's a running back. Give me the ball, I'll run with it. There's a guy on this football team that plays the same position as Amari, in E.J. Smith, whose dad played with a separated shoulder famously way back in the day when some of us were young or even kids. That's what, to me, that just added to the fact that, hey, this dude lays it on the line for his teammates and for his team. He also didn't transfer.
All right, I got to get ready for an interview. So, Nigrin, tell the people what to do.
You need to like, comment, subscribe, and come back tomorrow for more.